pantry staple is likely to soon cost more at the checkout with egg prices.
Why do some stores always run out of eggs first? It's not a mystery. It's their supply design. When one giant supplier gets hit by avian flu, culling wipes out millions of layers, and those chains feel it fast. Then you see limits, surcharges, and 5 dozen packs jump over $20. Today, I'll show you 5 places that look cheapest, but turn scarce under stress, and the simple move that keeps eggs in your fridge when your region is squeezed. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1, Walmart. You spot the 5 dozen mega pack and think you're beating the system. But one flu hit upstream, and that pallet fades fast. The sign goes up, the cooler thins, and the bulk deal turns into a scramble. Here's the truth. Walmart's size runs on a short list of huge producers, especially for those 60-count cartons that move by the truckload. That scale works when supply is steady. When a single mega-complex culls birds, the shock hits the biggest channels first because they push the most volume through the narrowest pipes. And then biology digs in its heels. Fresh layers don't appear on schedule. New hens need time before they lay, and that lag collides with Walmart's constant foot traffic. You've got fast demand, slow recovery, and shelves that drain by noon. During outbreak months, Walmart confirmed limits, 2 60-count cartons per shopper to stretch what's left. Prices on those big packs jump hard because demand barely bends. As one food economist explained, eggs don't have real substitutes, so you keep buying while supply shrinks. That's a perfect recipe for volatility. So why do limits show up here before you hear about them elsewhere? Volume plus consolidation. Walmart pulls massive loads from a few integrated suppliers and focuses that pull into bulk cartons. When one node stumbles, there aren't 10 backup taps. The result is early rationing, quick price resets, and a cooler that looks fine in the morning and bare by dinner. If you still want eggs here, think small. Grab a dozen, not 60. Shop early in the week and earlier in the day. Watch the tag on the big packs. When it jolts, that's your cue to shift. Bottom line, big volume is great in calm seas, fragile in storms. Next up, a different kind of trap. Number 2, Dollar General. You lean on Dollar General when the town's one stoplight is your landmark. That fallback role is why the egg gap hits harder here. When the door case is empty, there isn't a quick second option across the street. Here's the truth. Dollar General pushed fresh food into rural zip codes to cover real need. Eggs, milk, basics. But the egg stream they tap flows from the same consolidated megafarm network. When an avian flu cull knocks out production upstream, that shared pipeline tightens, and rural coolers clear fast. Limits land differently here. A 2-carton cap in a city is a nuisance. In a spread-out county with a 30-minute drive to another grocer, it can mean you skip breakfasts and baking for the week. That's not an inconvenience. That's a missed protein source for seniors and kids. Reports have flagged regional limits and patchy restocks. When supply gets tight, allocation favors bigger footprints and hubs. Smaller format stores get bumped in the queue or see lighter pallets, fewer drops, longer gaps. You show up after work and see empty racks again. Transport adds a second squeeze. Long rural routes mean fewer trucks, wider windows, and more miles per dozen. Think of it like a long hose with low pressure. The farther out you are, the weaker the flow. Each delay or detour stacks up in price swings and timing misses. So what happens to price? It jumps, stalls, then jumps again as loads trickle in. One week it's a deal, next week it's a sting. That volatility turns a value stop into a gamble, especially when you plan your whole week in one trip. Bottom line, scarcity plus distance makes erratic pricing and bare shelves more likely. And here's the kicker. Its sister chain faces the same trap with its own twist. Number 3, Family Dollar. You think Family Dollar gives you a second shot at eggs when your first stop runs dry. But it's often the same egg river, just a different spigot. And the stream narrows fast when disease hits upstream. Here's the truth. Family Dollar serves dense blocks of urban and peri-urban shoppers who want quick-grab groceries. The egg case is small, the back room smaller. That setup keeps costs lean, but it also means less cushion when deliveries slip or shrink. When avian flu hammers major producers, the squeeze shows up here in hours, not days. Shared suppliers cut allocations. Smaller drops arrive and the cooler empties right after the morning rush. By late day, you're staring at tags without cartons. If you rely on a single stop on the way home, that's a real loss. No breakfast bakes, no quick protein for seniors, no backup for the weekend. Retailer-level limits have been reported across chains during tight months, often 2 cartons per person. Stores built like Family Dollar manage stress by trimming orders, tightening caps, and stretching delivery gaps. With limited backroom space, they can't stage extra cases, so any hiccup becomes an empty shelf by noon. Now the price swings. With only a few SKUs on offer, usually 1 or 2 sizes, 1 grade, there's no room to swap to a different brand or pack when one line falters. That thin variety acts like a short ladder. One rung breaks and you drop hard. Cost from the supplier rises, tags flip, and you feel it that week. Bottom line, thin buffers, shared suppliers, and short assortments drive faster outages and more frequent price jumps on the same few eggs you count on. Different brand, same consolidation math. Now to a big box that feels safer, but isn't. Number 4, Target. You trust the clean aisles at Target, but the risk isn't the look. It's the upstream map that feeds those shelves. Here's the truth. Target blends grocery into a store you visit for everything else. That mix means steady egg pull all week, quick trips after work, big weekend stock-ups, and family runs that clear cases fast when trucks arrive late or light. The pipeline behind that polish still leans on large integrated producers. When avian flu triggers culls, supply tightens, and Target uses the same playbook the industry used. Limits to slow hoarding and stretch stock, and demand doesn't blink. Food economists call eggs inelastic for a reason. There aren't real substitutes for baking, breakfast, or low-cost protein, so you keep buying. That keeps pressure on a shelf that refills slower, then empties again, especially at high-traffic sites near offices, schools, and dense neighborhoods. Price signals hit next. When wholesale ticks up, the tag you see moves. We saw dozens jumping from under $2 to well over $5 in many places during tight periods. Smaller packs at a mid-price chain feel that shift right away because you buy them more often, and you notice every bump. So what do? Shop earlier in the week and earlier in the day. Grab a single dozen when the tag jumps, not 2. Swap sizes. Medium or cage-free sometimes sit when large runs out. Watch for a limit sign. It's your cue that prices will climb again within days. Bottom line, nice store, same fragility. When mega farms stumble, limits and higher tags land here fast. One more value chain promises savings, but carries a special volatility. Number 5, Aldi. You chase the lowest shelf tag at Aldi. Under outbreak pressure, that tag can flip fast. One week it's the deal you count on. The next, it stings. Here's the truth. Aldi keeps prices low by running lean. Fewer brands, tight supplier lists, and fast turns. That efficiency trims waste and payroll, and it works when farms hum along. But when disease hits a major producer, the chain has fewer backup taps to open. You also see it on the tag. Limited variety plus rapid turnover means any hiccup shows up in your cart right away. The price you saw last Wednesday isn't the price this Wednesday. It's like driving a car with a touchy gas pedal. Small taps, big jumps. Because the store can't spread the shock across 10 different SKUs. Reports have flagged Aldi limits in select regions during flu waves, including a 24 cap to stretch stock. That's a real tell. A small assortment makes the shortage obvious. No brand to swap, no odd size to bridge the gap, just a gap. And when supply tightens across the industry, a lean model feels every bump. Split your egg plan. Add a local grocer or farmer's market. Buy smaller packs more often. Keep a backup like powdered eggs for crunch weeks. Test simple swaps for baking when it makes sense. Want the truth about what's really safe? Subscribe now so you won't get fooled.